So now we are going to start one of the very important topic for your examination, and that is pestle analysis. So where were we? We have discussed that what do we mean by micro analysis and what do we mean by macro analysis. Macro analysis, macro environment means the environment which is very large, which has a very broader dimension, and it consists of the people who are indirectly related with the organization. And what was the cheat code which I told you to remember for macro environment? It was pestle. Pestle means it tells me that what all elements I have to analyze in order to do macro environment analysis. If I talk about micro environment analysis, so you guys have to see that I have to do analysis of self CC. But if I talk about macro analysis, you guys have to tell me that I have to do analysis of six things, and these six things are pestle. P for political. It means that I have to analyze the things in political aspect, whether my strategy is going to be supported by the government or my policy government is going to reject. E for economic. It means in the country which I am operating is economically sound or it is economically weak. As my country will grow, so I will also grow. S means social, whether society will accept my strategy or not. T for technological, whether my strategy is technologically sound or it is unsound. L for legal, whether my strategy is supporting all the legal factors which are coming in picture, like consumer laws, product laws, or manufacturing laws, whatever. And E for environmental analysis. Environmental means I am not talking about this macro environment and micro environment. Environment means this green, go green wala, and wastage, this type of things. So let us start this discussion in detail. So what do we mean by pestle? Pestle analysis is frequently used to assess the business environment in which it operates. Pestle analysis is increasingly used in the market. Earlier it was PEST. PEST means PEST, political, economical, social, culture, and technological. But later on, legal and environmental influence has already been added. Let's start one by one. First of all, if we talk about P, it says that political environment. Suppose I am Instagram. Suppose I am Instagram or Facebook. So once I am making strategy for my Instagram app, I will have to think whether Instagram is supportive in India or not. It means Modi ji, it means my government, it means my Indian government is very supportive if I promote Instagram, or it just it does not support Instagram. So what are the, I will, in other way I have to see that how this business and economic issue can be politicized. What is the state of law and order in my country? What is the effectiveness of governmental agency? How the government is intervening in this type of my strategy. In other way, if I don't talk about Instagram, if I talk about a normal people who is doing who is in a manufacturing industry, I would say that I have a good political support. Why? Because Modi ji is promoting Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. It means he is saying that those people who are going to manufacture in my country, I am going to give subsidy of 30%. It means that I have to make a strategy in such a way that government also supports me and I also support government in some or the other way. So these are the things which I am going to see while doing political analysis. What will I see in legal environment? So very easy, it is same as political, but in legal thing I will have to see that whether my strategy supports business and corporate law. It means that whether I am following GST law time to time, whether my strategy is supported to Companies Act, whether I am doing a good type of employment. It means I am not employing people who are under the age of 16. I am supporting employment law or no. Whether I am supporting competition law. What do we mean by competition law? Sir, in paper number 6D, there was one subject economic law and there was one chapter competition law. It means that whether you are not forming a cartel, that means you are all the competitors are gathering together and just they are exploiting the consumers as they are creating the monopoly. So you are not doing such things. You have to be a good competitor. So you are following the competition law or not. Whether health and safety law, it means that if you are doing a manufacturing industry, if you are operating a manufacturing industry, it says that you have to give fire extinguishers, and you have to also drop women who work after 12 a.m. in the night. So these all are the legal factors. International treaty and law, regional legislation, it says that, so whether your strategy is supporting politically and legally, it is sound or not. If I talk about, guys, PUBG, so I would say that if I am making any strategy for my business which is involved in the gaming industry and who is PUBG, I will say that political support is zero and also legal support is zero. Why? Because government is not finding this game a good game. Why? Because a lot of people are doing suicide and it is a very bad addiction for them. So I would say that political and legal support is zero in this case. So this was my P and L wala factor. Now I'll see, guys, socio-culture. Now I'll see socio-culture environment. What it means, that whether society is going to accept me or not. Who I was Instagram, guys. Before launching my product or before jumping into this industry, I will very deeply think that though youth will be my audience and youth is going to enjoy a lot, but later on, whenever they will grow, they will damn sure, it is very damn sure that they will develop a mentality that this social networking, this Instagram, and this is all waste of time, and they will jump to some fitness activities, like they will go to gym, they will do some kind of sports. So day by day people are becoming health conscious, so their usage of Instagram is going to be decreased. So this analysis I have to do in social environment. It means that society is not going to accept me. If there are small children and their parents are of the thinking that we are not going to give him mobile because he will use a lot of Instagram and waste his times. So this is basically talks about what is the social tradition, what are the value and beliefs in the society. And it says that talks about the behavior of the population, that how the population is going to respond to my strategy. The social environment affects mission and objective setting. How? Because if society is not going to accept my strategy, it means that I have to change my mission also and objective also. Next thing, economic environment. What do you mean by economic environment? Very easy. It says that what is the economic conditions in the market in the country in which you are operating. Basically, it says that if economic conditions of overall country will grow, then you will also grow. Economic conditions of overall country will go down, then you will damn sure automatically go down. For example, if I am an Instagram and day by day conditions of India are degrading, it means that people are not having money, their business are going down, they are getting bankruptcy. So that is very obvious that they won't approach Instagram for any kind of promotions, any kind of advertisement. On the other hand, if someone is growing their business, so they will approach Instagram that please put my ad in your Instagram channel. So in this way, I would say that if my economic conditions of the country are growing, I am also growing. If they are going down, then I am also going down. Next example, suppose condition of my country is very bad, interest rate are increasing, inflation is very high. So once interest rate of banks are going to be increased, it means that people will take very less loan from the banks, and if they will take less loan from the bank, they will buy very less properties. It means that business of real estate is going to be very down when interest rate is increasing. It says economic environment refers to overall economic situations. It talks about regional, national and global level. What all other things? It includes condition in the market that have effect on the supply of input and output for the business. Suppose if I talk about petrol and diesel, the supply of petrol and diesel is very less and demand is very high. That's why day by day rates are also increasing. It means that I have also have to study demand, supply, input output in my country. Also I have to see another thing, that what is the purchasing power of my country. Suppose purchasing power of my country is going day by day very down, very less, and I am deciding to launch watches of Rolex company, I am deciding to sell Ferrari car, luxury cars in the market. So it means that I am going in other direction as my economic environment. So also it takes into account growth and inflation. So this was my economic environment. Next thing what I'll do, I will do technology environment analysis. What is technology environment analysis? I am suppose Instagram. I will have to keep in mind that my Instagram is so technologically well equipped and supported that there is no data leakage. There is no data leakage, as it is a matter of national security or personal security, I could say. It means that I am doing technological analysis. It says that technology and business are interdependent. Also technology helps me to reduce the cost and reduce the time. How it helps me to reduce the cost? Once I get a good technology, there are chances that to buy that technology I have to incur a lot of cost, but later on it is going to save a lot of time for me. Example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, these all are the technologies. After introduction of artificial intelligence, there are many business who have gained a lot, and there are many business who is continuously incurring a losses. Suppose if I talk about book script writer, so job of script writer is going to be very decreasing, in a decreasing trend. Why? Because artificial intelligence is doing their work. But if I talk about this automation industry, so their work, they are in a very beneficial stage, as they do not need to hire anyone. They just simply take help of artificial intelligence or machine learning or robotic process. So in this way you have to very well be have a knowledge of technological environment. You have to see that whether your strategy is technologically supported or not. You have also have to see that whether whether my product or my strategy is not beaten by this artificial intelligence. Suppose I decided some strategy, I also worked on it, I have also launched it, some other day artificial intelligence killed my strategy. So I have to keep in mind that factor also. Next thing, environmental factor. Environmental factor means I am not talking about macro environment, I am talking about tourism, farming, and all this type of environmental factor. It says that suppose you are operating in urban area, you are operating a factory in urban area, and it says that if you produce 100 tons of this 100 tons of this product, then you have to reduce your wastage by 100 kg. Or suppose in very simple words I can say that you are operating in an urban area, and if you produce product by more than 100 ton, so for every 100 ton you have to pay penalty to the government. Why? Because you are just increasing the pollution in the area. Why? Because the more you will produce the product, the more factory will this the more factory will pollute the environment. So this is a type of environment factor. Next thing also I can say that suppose government brings a policy that for every 100 ton of production you have to do 100 plants ka plantation. You cannot omit more than 100 kg of waste in the river. So these are all the types of thing which you have to keep in mind before doing any kind of formulation of strategy. So this is overview of political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal. What environmental talks about? It talks about energy consumption, waste disposal, environmental regulation, hazards, and environmental issues. So this was my macro analysis, and under macro analysis I have done analysis of six things. And what were these six things? These six things were PESTLE, PESTLE. Now just one more thing. It says that in macro analysis there are, guys, 7 elements. 7 elements means 6 are PESTLE and one is demographic environment. Not very much important for your examination, but it says that in macro environment there is one more element which is known as demographic environment. It says that it talks about characteristic of the population. What are characteristics of the population in the which my company is going to operate? Like, I am going to target people who are under 25 year of age, who are rich class people, who have a educational background. It means these people are not earning. So if I am Instagram, I am targeting youth under the age of 25 with no income, with a lot of time to waste in Instagram. All these things I am going to see. So I am doing demographic analysis. It is the characteristic of the population that have been classified and explained. It includes age, gender, income to understand this thing. It also considers educational background, house ownership, job position, region, degree, and all other thing. So this demographic environment also have to see in macro environment, but you just keep in mind PESTLE. So if question asked about that what are the elements or what kind of analysis you are doing in environment, so you will have to do answer that we will be doing PESTLE analysis. So this was, guys, PESTLE analysis.